Okay, good to go. Oh, Jesus, peanut butter.
Pro noob intro to buying used TRAXXAS machines, take one.
Hello, please start right now.
Bunch of geeks. Love it. Is it on?
Yes.
It's going, go. Okay. What up, RC fam? Back on the bench tonight. We picked up ourselves one of the TRAXXAS MAXX. He's like a little guy compared to the big X-Max we have. A little bit more convenient. You can throw this guy in the truck and take him out somewhere, and it's not the size of somebody's fat baby. But yeah, pretty decent little ride. We had the XO1s. Jesse and I picked up one that was mint and one that was an absolute turd that somebody crashed. That told me it was in good shape when they sold to me, but turned out to be a turd bucket. So we ended up trading both those off for a MAXX because we're not some kind of speed guys. We're more about the, you know, we're fat. We don't go fast. So we're going to get something slow and bouncy like us. So we picked up the MAXX, but unfortunately this MAXX is a complete turd. Somebody had JB welded the wheels on and all that jazz like that. It was the only one that I could find that I could get rid of on a trade for it locally, and we were literally doing nothing with the XO1s for at least the last 2 years. They've been sitting around collecting dirt, so, or dust, whatever you want to call it. So we got ourselves a nice little bouncy boy. He's an absolute turd, but we ended up picking up some unturding parts from our boys over at Eliminator RC in Winnipeg. We went with the new Horizon Hobby Badlands tires. And we got the TRAXXAS WIDEMAXX Kit. I know one of the drive shafts in the wheel back over here is screwed, so we picked up two because you know you're going to find something else in there. This little bouncy boy dude here is missing the fan off of the cooling apparatus off the motor. The fellow that did JB weld the bumper on and actually fill the, or JB weld the tires on and fill the front bumper with toothpicks. Tupac? Like Tupac? No. There's toothpicks and Gorilla Glue in there so it'll float, right? This guy, he's a genius. So, yeah, good on him. Good deal there. Never seen nothing like that. I don't know what it would do. But anyway, I did keep or get the fan shroud off of him. So when I do find a fan to put in there, we're good to go. Our peeps at Eliminator RC did not have a fan in stock because the whole world is dying and the least concern people have is toy car parts. So we have to wait to get that. But we have toothpicks in our bumper, so whatever, we're good. Nothing can go wrong from there. So we're gonna take this turd outside and see if we can blow the rest of these tires off with this JB weld. And, oh, it's already coming off. So we're gonna go outside and see what we can do. Do a little bit of damage, tear it up, set over some jumps. We got new arms, we got new parts. We're gonna fix it up, we break it. Yeah, so let's go take this turd outside, send it into some junk, and bring it inside, tear it apart, clean it up, and make it our own truck instead of somebody else's. But we're keeping the toothpicks in the bumper screw. It's our damn toothpicks. Okay, well, we've drug this little turd outside. We're going to check it out. We've got the full-size MAXX. We know the full-size MAXX out of the gate. Steering's a little bit weak. This guy seems to suffer the same problem. Servo saver seems a little bit weak, a little bit slow. So servo already before driving, I know we need an upgrade. And yeah, let's give it a rip here. It does the same flop over recoveries when you flip over backwards as the MAXXimum does. Like that. Not many RCs will do that. Usually once you set them, they're gone. But it does feel a lot like a little MAXXimum, which is perfect if you're looking for something in a smaller package. But, hey. Apparently we're missing the bottom of that jump. Let's not hit that as deep. That one's straight up on there. Want to get to backwards? Let's get to backwards. You could pull the ramps out, I guess. Jeez. Well, that's the one that I said was tight, remember? So I bet you that pin just blew itself out. So, you know what? At least we didn't lose that blue ring because those are hard to get right now. Okay, back inside. It's freaking hot outside right now and sucks. Anyway, yeah, so we've ran the turd. We broke this part and we lost that wheel. It's out in the yard. The dogs will bring it home later on when they find it. They're good like that. Luckily, we did not lose the blue spacer that allows us to put other wheels onto this rig. So, yeah, it feels great. It's a fun little truck. Snap little wheelies all day long, just like the big old MAXXimum, but half the size. They nailed it on this package. You know, it is running 4S, so it, you know, it's gonna do wheelies. I don't care who you are. Yeah, she held up. We set some big jumps. That did shear off on one of the landings. That did break. That's not just unscrewed or unpinned. That broke. So didn't really take everything we threw at it. And I was hitting the jump with 0 run, just wide open from the bottom of the jump into a backflip and landing it. Probably getting 15 feet of air off of it, but just to have the power to do that with no run up, like driving from the face of the ramp, kicking it up 15 feet just off one throttle squeeze is pretty good. Yeah, so we're gonna start putting a wide body on the bitch like they say in the rap videos, and then we'll put some D's on the bitch. So far that's the only parts we have right now for it. We're waiting on everything else to come in because the world is on fire, technically. So, COVID-19, screw you. Screwing my damn parts. It smells like hay.
Hey.
Or really weed. I'm gonna go with hay though. So yeah, we are going to start ripping this thing apart, but we're not taking out the toothpicks and the bumper. That is staying. That's life right there. What if we go in the water and we're gonna lose it? No, we're not gonna use it. No, not taking that chance.
Gotta float.
Just gotta float, man. Floats my goats. Okay, totes my goats. Where is the
Where's the super brush?
lost my brush. Okay, so the reason we're putting the WideMaxX Kit by TRAXXAS on here, what's the part number on that one for you guys? That is 8995A. Now the A is probably for the white. We can only get white because of COVID-19. So yeah, probably 8995 A, B, C, D, whatever for the color code. This kit here, it widens the track width by 20 millimeters per side or 1.57 inches. It's compatible with your stock drive shafts. They just slip out a little bit farther, and it gives you the steering links you need in the front to extend your steering links out so they reach. It should take about 10-15 minutes to put in reality, but it'll take us probably like an hour because we're slow and get sidetracked and shiny things. But yeah, you do need to take the oh, bitch. You got to take the rear springs, put them on the front, and put the new supplied springs on the rear of the truck too as part of this kit, because it's going to be wider. You're going to need a little bit of a stiffer spring to toughen it up. Garbage wheel. Now, there's nothing wrong with the stock wheel and tire on this truck. It's just except for somebody put JB weld on it. So I hate buying anything used, but I've kind of gotten over it where I just rebuild it and change everything about it so it's no longer somebody else's rig. It's, you know, make it my own, right? So okay, let's crack this wide body kit out and see what our wide stance kit out and see what they've given us. Also, the available colors you can get are black, white, green, red, orange, blue. I wanted orange, I wanted black, I wanted any other color besides white. But you get what you get with COVID-19. Looks cool in white though.
It doesn't look that bad.
So I went on A-Main today to order the white wheelie bar for it for 15 bucks or whatever it was. Just might as well kind of run with it now if I'm going that way, right? So, ooh, twist ties. Never enough of those. It's getting hard to get nowadays. They only give you your paper and plastic on the inside. You can't even twist anything. Okay, well, they don't give you any instructions because you shouldn't need instructions on how to put this in. I was just reading up on the shocks. It definitely in there tells you to go from 30 weight to 50 weight shock oil. And what is on here? So, whole big old piece. One screw there. Pull those out. Pull pins. Drop those out. Done. You always want to plan your attack out loud so you sound like a crazy person, and it keeps people from stepping in and... No, I'm joking. Remove the shocks. Then I'm going to step over here and take out the lower hinge pins to free up the lower part of the caster blocks. What's that screw in there? Yeah, one screw right in the backside there. Is your caster block or your hinge pin mount. This little piece here sets, well, combination with that little metal tab actually sets the toe angle of the rear arms. Is that what it is? Toe in? Something like that.
Yes. I believe so.
Go to one of them YouTube racing channels. They'll help you out. We're just a bunch of rookies. Ooh. Pretty. Nice and rusty and crusty, man. If you pull out your shafts and they're all scaly like this, you're going to want to take a piece of sandpaper and knock all that off because it's going to interfere with the performance of your machine. We're going to put a little schmism of grease on there, just a little schmutz. Run that in there so it doesn't rust up like this again. Because we will be driving this thing in water, on water, through water, around water. Snow, lots of snow. What else? Wet grass, you know, anything that you really want to protect it from. So it's good to go in. And hinge pin's got a little bit of a wow to it. Man, it is a little bit bent. Yeah, that hinge pin's just a little bit bent, so oh. A little bit of marine grease, put it on there. Just rub it in. Metal is porous, so metal will actually absorb that grease into it. Somebody got excited. See that response time?
Yeah.
Jokes. Come on. Show them how we get off. Broken stub shaft. We got the bearing that we need back off of there, even if we need it for measurement. Old pair of body scissors. This plastic around here is all melted and fudged up, so we're going to break off everything we can on the top side of the bearing. Hold that up. Cut the mushroom head off of the damn wiener. And there you go. You can work it off a pair of bearings. seal just popped out of that greasy bearing, so we're gonna have to take advantage of that and grease it and reseal it. Let me see if we might have a replacement for that one. These spline shafts on the dry shaft, you don't want to grease this because grease will make dirt stick to it, so just clean the splines best you can. And we have a new shaft going on there, so we don't have to worry about cleaning that. We're going to replace both rear shafts today.
Replace the shaft.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so that's clean. That's ready. That's ready. These arms look universal completely. They are. We got our new stub shafts to go in, our number 8953 from TRAXXAS. We can unfortunately only get the outside of the stub shaft, not the entire thing, but it will work. So if you look at the end of these dry shafts, there's two little indents right there. Right there, and right there. And the end of this shaft has them too. You need to line that up because if you don't clock your dry shafts properly, she will hop and bounce all over the road. And actually, TRAXXAS has a set to these shafts. If you don't have it clocked incorrectly, that they won't fit. So it'll be really hard to push on. There you go. Okay, done. Send it. Put tires on. Put the battery in. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go done.
Let's go then.
Okay, well, there's the painful process of just changing one with some damaged parts and stuff. We started with the worst one to show you. The rest are going to follow suit just like that. We're going to do the other one. We're going to touch back in with an update on one of the front ones because it's a little bit different with the steering link, but it's basically the same thing. Make sure you follow your notches on your dry shafts. You're clocking them properly. Unclocked dry shaft like this one is no good. Okay. Weird. So yeah, we gotta make sure they're clocked properly like this one is now. And yeah, Bob's your uncle, Robert's your mother's brother, everyone look at it. We gotta do the shocks. We'll get back to that in a minute. So we got the back done right now. And that spring there is being changed over to the one supplied in the kit. And this one still needs to be done. These springs then move to the front. And we switch spots. Jesse's on the tools right now. You want to get some build time went on her. So, oh yeah, do it. Oh yeah, clean match. Drag cars in the background. We're gonna get some drag racing in before snow starts flying up in this. Right here.
Which is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go look at some other trucks really Saturday. Yeah. So these are our fleet of FCX 24s. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yellow one in the back. This is a Barrage with a Chevy body. This is a Barrage FPV with the camera. Barrage FPV camera. Another new Barrage in the box. The Barrages suck. Don't buy them. They're garbage. They're just trash. They don't crawl. They don't drive. They're cool if you want to give them to a kid and go rip around. Or these two with the cameras on them. They're pretty dope. You can go drive around. A lot of fun. 1.9 Wraith. There's a build coming up on that right away. We ordered the BGR fastback chassis for that truck because it's just too light. It's not enough fun. We're gonna throw some weight into it with the fastback chassis. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. Come on, let's go see Jesse. Jesse, hello.
I'm gonna get into changing the steering links. For the bigger ones.
So because the arms are 20mm wide, they're going to give you 20mm wider steering link. A lot of guys are buying the aluminum upgraded ones to throw it into there. I want to do it the servo saver first before we, buy those and throw them in. These ones come with the kit, so as you've seen in the run footage outside, and our comments on the mushiness of the steering. Very much just like the XMAXX. I understand, they're trying to protect that servo in there. It works when you're on the throttle and you're booting around, no problem, just sitting still. It's a workout for them to do, so it works, but it's not ideal. Even with the full-size XMAXX, we have the TRAXXAS upgraded servo, and we have the upgraded servo saver springs and squiggy. Recently just found out they make a bracket now that you can bolt in the place of the stock big old servo in there. So you can mount a regular servo like a Reese 777 or some kind of big badass like that in there. And then you get the power you're looking for. You find dookie in that trip?
Rust?
Is it dookie?
Probably.
It's a little bit dookie.
A lot of dookie.
Is Trev beating some dookie?
Well, yeah, you saw it.
It is a turd. Still is. It hasn't got the sign off yet. The wheelie bars on these trucks are quite awesome. I love the flexibility they have. You can ride some nice wheelies. And as you've seen in the video, the XMAXX and the Junior Max or Max or Standard Max or that guy, when they flip over backwards in a wheelie, they always kind of seem to slide on the side and pop back over onto the wheels. It's pretty cool. I've had a lot of truggies and monster trucks before, and that was never the case. So yeah, basic, pretty simple install. Watch your screw size as you go. Clean the parts as you go. and you know, double check the dry shafts are splined properly and yada yada yada. So make sure everything's good. So yeah, just like that, you always want to double check and make sure everything is, especially on a used vehicle. Even on a new factory assembled vehicle that's an RTR and you didn't build it, I've seen them put together wrong, with the wrong parts, wrong pieces, wrong screws, wrong hardware. Just, you know, take it out, the dry shaft pops out. Look, a lot of guys are having that problem with the axial SEX 10.3 right now, the RTRs. Front dry shafts are falling out for some reason and can't figure it out. It's, we have no problem with ours. It stays in there, no problem. There's no risk of it falling out. So, yeah, there we go. Just pretty much done that. He's got the shocks, all the goods and pieces in. All you got to do is the shocks. You guys know how to do those though. There's a ring on the collet ring on the bottom, or collar ring on the bottom, not a collet but collar. Pull the screw, pop that off, slide the spring, put the spring on, pop it in, run a screw in the back. She's done. So that's pretty much gonna bring us to the end of this part of the video. We'll get her back, flip back over when she's together here, and we'll throw the tires on it. We all know you gotta put tires on, but we'll, yeah. Throw those tires on it, pop the body on it, take a few looks at it, and unfortunately it's dark here, so we'll have to get a trip in tomorrow with it. Okay, so that's the beginning of the Maxx that we've started to add to our fleet. Like I said, we buy these things up. We hate buying used, but we gotta buy used. We gotta customize it, make it our own. So we went with the MAXX wide kit that stretches it out 20 millimeters per side, and then we threw these Badlands tires mounted on the Raid wheels, which has a alternate hub that screws on, which gives you actually a little bit more width over the factory rim too. So it kind of widens the Raid out, kind of gives it a truggy stance. It comes with stiffer springs for the rear, and you move the rear to the front, so it actually makes the whole truck kind of ride and jump a little better. The battery is in it. It's running a 4S 3500, and it's, you know, pretty good weight. And she's not bottoming out no more like it was with the factory springs and the regular width. It looks way better, looks a lot meaner. The white, you know, it's all you could get, like we discussed earlier in the video, and you know, it's kind of growing on us. It looks good with the kind of the coppery orange. We might find a different color body to kind of go with that. Maybe just get the black and gray Pro Graphics one and shoot that white to kind of go with the black and gray and a white thing on it, and maybe put a little bit of copper in it, something like that. We'll figure that out when we get there. So after you cook these tires at 300 for 30 minutes, you want to take them out of the non-resealable, resealable bag.
Yes.
And then you need to bolt on a middle hub with like 72 bolts that run through the middle there. No less than 72, definitely. That piece. Oh. See, Jess and I, we grew up watching that old Canadian grandmother on TV that taught everybody how sex. So
Ruth.
putting this stuff together. Ruth, not Gainsbourg.
Ruth Hyman. No, your last name's Hyman. Dr. Ruth. That's how I remember.
You tagged the... Damn, Daniel! Woo! Look at that. It's like fresh kicks on this thing with the white. We should have got white rims. Why don't they make white wheels?
I don't know, man. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Very good idea.
So that's the first one. 71 more to go.
71 more.
Good looking tire, nice profile. Typical Badland. We get the Badlands on the X-Max, but they're a little bit bigger, wider, more flat, heavy, and square. These are pretty light, actually. There's a good feel to them. They're good. They're gonna balloon up to high hell, but they've already got a nice round shape, and you know, they are like a dirt bike tire, right? So you kind of want them to balloon, And I think it'll be a lot of fun on the rig, actually. So yeah, remember, we got the white wheelie bar coming. I don't know if the wheels come white. I think they do, actually. So we got the white wheelie bar, maybe the white wheels coming for that bad boy. That's going to look good, kind of tied together. Maybe one day they'll come on the white chassis for it. Chassis.
Swiss.
These are the Pro line. No idea what wheel it is. They kind of look, like Jesse said, a method. They do look really good on those. Yeah. Really sharp, especially, yeah. And they're in yellow paint dot compound, so I have no idea what that is. See the bag says.
Resealable!
M2. These are 3.8 all-terrain tires mounted on Raid Black 8x32 removable hex wheels for 17mm monster truck, front to rear. Basin. There is... Another rim, is there? Oh, you already bolted that one?
No. I was not bolted.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's inside there. That's your hub. Whoop, whoop. And the hub goes in like that. And you bolted it from the outside with a whole bunch of bolts. 94 bolts. Put that in. Coming together, yeah. So we're going to finish getting these licked up on there, and we're going to go. I guess we're not going to go drive it tonight, but maybe we'll shoot some fireworks off it for finale. Just feel it. Just feel it. Do you feel it? No, I don't feel it. Clear this set. Can I get a water? No, I'm joking. Tight, this one over here. So we're gonna have to change out the dry shaft on the end. And it looks like the front bumper is being filled with toothpicks and Gorilla Glue. Check that out. Can you see that?
Goodness.
You see the toothpicks and Gorilla Glue?
I just thought that was like resin or something.
No, it's toothpicks. So, well, that's a thing.